So the 5 wise told the 5 foolish, yo, y'all gonna have to go to where they sell oil and buy.
Get your own.
You gotta get your own.
Yeah.
But they say you gotta go where, meaning that there is a place that they sell it.
Yeah, they got it.
They
It's still
got
out
it. So there
yep.
is a place where you can get help.
Yep.
It's not money. There is a place where you could go, coaches, counseling, a friendship group where people are holding each other accountable. There is a place where you can go to get help. Like, you can get mental and emotional help. There is a place. But you can't go to these places that fake pretend like they got them and get it. Like, you really have to go God. You really have to go in the Word. You have to be around other spiritual people and people who want to be healthy.
This episode of the Secrets to Success podcast is brought to you by none other than Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, the green juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day, without you having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then that cleanup afterwards. You don't have to do any of that. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, turmeric, just to name a few? And because you listen to the Secrets to Success podcast, you get to save 20% on your entire order. So go right now to www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI/success. And get you and your family something that really makes a difference in your health.
You ready? All right.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Secrets to Success podcast. Listen, guys, I'm apologizing. I know we did y'all wrong last week, cutting that episode short. But guess what? Y'all got a little exercise and patience. Y'all got Netflix now, so you watch whatever you want when you want. Back in the day, we had to wait a week for our show. So I'm just teasing y'all, man. But listen, for real, I'm acting silly. But no, we got part 2 back, man. And again, like I always tell you guys, like, get ready for transformation. You're not just doing this for entertainment, all right? So, man, without further ado, part 2.
See, let me throw something in though. You gotta just don't embody it. You have to do it with a sense of urgency. I don't see people doing things with a sense of urgency no more, bruh. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know because of the way how I go attack things. But I just see people, bruh. It's like people just with everything. You know how they say the way you do one thing is how you do everything. And people just like, you can get the blueprint. Like you can get this book, get the blueprint, and still not act with a sense of urgency. And I think that everything, especially when you self-assessing yourself and you looking in the mirror, I think you got to be like, you know what, man? Like, all right, yes, yeah, I'm messed up in this area. You know, yeah, I'm not right health. You know, my health is not right. But you have to attack it. You can still say, okay, I'm going to fix myself. And that can take, like the children of Israel, you could be lost in the wilderness for 40 more years and knowing that you lost. Or you can attack it. That's the hard part. So, because I'm seeing people getting the blueprint. Boom, make real estate real. I'm giving you the blueprint. And you still not acting with a sense of urgency. You think you got forever. That's the part that pisses me off the most, is that you think you got forever. And you started off by saying that, like, man, people passing away, bruh. And what you're doing by not fixing you are now passing that residue to your children. You passing that residue down to your grandchildren. You passing that residue down to everybody that's attached to you. And you not really thinking like, it ain't that you owe you owe everybody. You owe everybody that's connected to you. If he would have still been in that abandoned building, bro, not looking in the mirror at itself, I don't even know how many mirrors was in that house. But I know it was one mirror. And when you looked in that one mirror, you was like, bro, I got to do something different because now I'm responsible for not just myself. I'm responsible for so many other people. And I think that, man, people don't really grasp that concept. Like if you are not totally moved by fixing yourself, but then just start thinking about generational. A generation is only 25 years. 25 years. So if you don't get out of doing what it is you're doing or not doing, you are going to affect so many other people. In the same way I say one man's obedience is connected to so many other people's destiny. One man's obedience. then what's the opposite effect of that? One man's disobedience.
So can we change that? Or expand on that. One man's health. One man's emotion. Because the problem all was, even though I may have been spiritually and emotionally healthy when I connected to you, I wasn't financially, mentally healthy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still at a, like, you got surviving, striving, thriving. I was at a, like, striving financially, mentally health. You know what I'm saying? I was good, but I wasn't great. And when you were talking to me, because I wasn't healthy, it was difficult for me to understand what you were saying. Yeah. It's like telling a kid, on the block, you need to eat spinach and Brussels sprouts when when people they love have given them hot Cheetos and pop. Yeah. You feel me? Like, don't get it twisted. These kids didn't give it to themselves. Somebody gave them a diet that consists of carbs, you know what I'm saying, high fat. You feel me? And so now I'm coming to you saying, I showed Carl, we went to this Mediterranean spot in Detroit, and bruh, I showed Carl the vegetables. Bruh, they brought me a plate. Bruh, I told my man, like, I want a side of vegetables. He like, because it was like the spot in Dubai. And so I told my man I want a side of vegetables. Bruh, when I tell you those, he gave me a plate full of vegetables, bruh. Them suckers, you could tell them suckers like his mama was back there cooking them. Bruh, you take that same plate and give it to a kid who this whole life fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying, French fry, you know what I'm saying, like cornbread, you know what I'm saying, all carb, potato salad. Little man gonna be looking at them vegetables like, bruh, brother, what is this? Yeah. Why, Ma? Because from a intake perspective, he's not healthy. Yeah. He's eating for taste. He don't even know we're supposed to be eating B and Z. Like, he don't even know vitamin C. You supposed to be looking at your food and going, okay, where's the vitamins in this? Where are the nutrients in this? Like, what do you grow up just, okay, I go eat McDonald's, French fry, whatever. Like, you had the slightest idea that McDonald's French fry, they not even real, bro. It's poison, if you will. And so when I came to you, Ma, I wasn't healthy. I wasn't healthy. And so the first thing I did was like, yo, you got to go back and you got to really think about what Ma was saying. Like, don't get caught up in the real estate. Don't get caught up in the money, or don't get caught up in the properties. Like, you got to understand, what Ma ain't even talking about properties. Ma just said, I need to buy a property for this and for that, for this. I got a why. And this is the vehicle that's going to fuel that. You weren't even talking about, and I had to sit down and go, what is Ma saying? Oh, okay, this is not about properties. It's not about owning property. This is about taking advantage of the greatest opportunity you could take advantage of in America. This is how more people have become millionaires from property than they have from motivational speaking, than they have scoring touchdowns or dunking the basketball. Right. Way more people have become rich from real estate. So so Ma, I had to go, you looking at this wrong. You got to get healthy. And then once it clicked, Ma, like, yo, this is actually a vehicle that this country has created, consciously or unconsciously, for people. And then this is something that my kids and my kids' kids can do. Yeah. So once this got right and I started seeing what you said in the right way, boom, I took off. You feel me? I'm literally, bro, like, and I ain't even necessarily, what's the word? Like, I'm not even on I got 50 million portfolio. No. I'm telling you that my wife is healthy now. Yeah. My wife at first was like, bro, what are we doing? Like, that's going to be too much. Now my kids are seeing, oh, man, we got a property in Cali. So for Jalen, his mental health is way sweeter in Cali, overlooking a spa, a swimming pool. You feel what I'm saying? They got a vehicle there. My daughter's like moving. She's going to different cities, looking at whatever. She's like, I got to get out of Lansing. It was good, but now I got to start my own. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, when she said that health thing today, bro, we just got to really unpack that, because the world is lying and telling you that once you make 6 figures, 7 figures, the world is yours. And actually, is going to be more complicated because now you have more toys and you have more.
You said that to me in C years ago. I think I remember you saying, he said to us, like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but if you could make $250, $250,000, he's like, you could pretty much have whatever you want. He's like, beyond that, it's more of it.
It's work. It's
He's
tax.
just like, yo, beyond that is more. He's like, legitimately, it's more. If you balance $250,000, you could pretty much travel when you want. You know what I'm saying? You could balance your life pretty decently. But to your point, you're like, yo, are you ready for more?
Are you healthy enough?
Are you? That's what, are you really healthy enough? Yeah.
Are you healthy enough?
Are you healthy enough for more? Like, and just be real. Let's talk about that. Yeah. What does more look like? What comes with more, Ma? For real. Because I don't think people understand
more of everything, more responsibility. You know, a lot comes with more. You know, so are you ready? It's different. And that's why it's different levels, bro. That's why, you know, when you in kindergarten, I'm looking at my son. When you're in kindergarten, my son one time asked, he was asking how come he's not doing, I think Jasmine was working on algebra. And he was like, how come we haven't did algebra? Son, because you haven't got the fundamentals yet. Like you can't miss out on all of the preparation that they teaching you in first grade, second grade, third grade, and then all of a sudden just get to 8th grade and think that you're about to start doing this. It's different levels to it. And some of these people out here are trying to miss the levels. You're trying to miss the steps that comes along with it. And it's like, you're not ready yet.
And listen to me, I'm telling you why you can't miss no steps. You can't miss any steps because you won't be prepared for whatever level that is that you're on. So we're going to go to the opposite of health for a minute. So C talked about it. Here's what I see on social media. What I see is a group. I don't know the numbers, so I'm not necessarily talking to you. If it hit, you know, just accept it. But what I'm starting to see is that there are people who are unhealthy, meaning that they have a low self-esteem, like meaning that like you crave for the approval, you know, and of others, like. And here's how is it go a quick test, you know what I'm saying, so you'll know. You know when you struggle with approval because you do something and it's not enough for you to do it without people seeing that you're doing it. That's how you know you're struggling. So you're struggling when you may have accomplished something and you can't necessarily, so I'll say it this way so I don't, you know, somebody that, you know, that I'm mentoring, right? They had an opportunity and they spoke about the opportunity and the opportunity didn't happen and they was hurt. And I was like, yo, why you hurt? Like, cause I want to help, cause I want to know, like, why would you be like, they had like maybe a day or so where they was kind of out of it. It was out of it. Like, I was like, yo, what's up? You good? Like, you normally would call the devotion. I ain't heard from you. What's up? And they was like, oh no, I'm good. And I could feel their energy off. And I was like, oh, you hurt. Oh, you heard that the opportunity. And I was like, what you heard about? Well, I invested all this time into it, and I ain't get nothing. I said, oh, you God? Oh, you God? What do you mean you ain't getting nothing from it? You're not God? How you know you ain't getting nothing from it? What's the standard that you use that you didn't get nothing from it? Well, you know, I invested this much time into it, and, you know, I boom, and it didn't. And I was like, whoa, hold up. I know you learned something in the process. It ain't no way you ain't learned something with all that time you told me you put in. So I'm sure that whatever's next, you're going to be able to take some of that learning and whatever. And, oh, no, you ain't getting you. I said, oh, I know what happened. You're not going to be able to put up on social media.
You can't tell nobody.
Oh, you're not going to be. Oh, you missed the opportunity.
He's doing it for the gram.
I got it.
He's doing it for the gram.
You're not going to be able to. You told people you were going, and then now you can't show.
Yep.
Oh, I get it. It makes sense now. And so you know that you're not all the way healthy, and it's just one thing. You know you're not healthy when God blesses you, but it don't feel like a blessing if other people don't get to see it was a blessing.
Wow.
Like God did bless you and you know it was a blessing, but you don't feel good about it if you can't show other people that you did it. And I'm just going to be honest with you.
Wow.
There are times where you don't supposed to show it, not because you're being secretive, but there are times that God is like, this is just between you and I. And for some of you, you show it because that's another reward for you. I'm just being real. That's a reward for you.
Yeah.
So you show it because it's like, I got to show people that I'm successful. Because if I got this much money in the bank and you don't know it, then maybe you're going to say,
It's
I
like
don't
that
got
old
it.
saying, if a tree fall in the woods and nobody around to hear.
Did it really?
Did it really fall?
Yeah, did it really fall? Did it really make a noise? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I can't put it on social media, did it
But
really
I'm
happen?
saying, and this is why I'm telling you to be careful. I'm telling you to be careful because if that is what you're on, then others will become your God and take you in a place that God didn't want you to go in. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why there have been opportunities that I've had that I didn't take because I knew that those opportunities, they weren't a blessing from God. And then there are things that I don't show because God is saying, I don't want you to get the credit. And I don't want other people to know that you are, you feel me? When I did the Rams, I never put that up. I did the Vikings. I never put the speech up. I don't know who the dude was. I don't know who he was, and I don't remember him being in the room. Maybe he was in the room. I know he was in the room. But whoever the sports, whatever you call them, what do you call them? Sports cast or whatever they are.
The reporter.
The reporters. My man asked McVay, hey, why y'all bring ET in here? And then he asked,
He sure did.
then he asked Jalen, yo, Jay, what'd you get from ET being here? I had never.
I thought we paid my man to do that.
I was going to
we got a
text you
little
that.
plan.
Like, hey, is that one of our people?
Bruh, I don't know who my man is, and I try to find out who he was. So what happened was Charles found it. Charles they be finding everything. Charles put it up, on the hookup. I went, did my thing out. You know what I'm saying? And Didi and I was there, and we never posted that you know what I'm saying? We never had our pic together. Because God told me, don't put none up with you and Didi. Like, you and Didi were there. Y'all enjoyed each other. Don't put nothing up. Y'all was there. Y'all had a great time. Don't put nothing up. Like, okay. But this, he told me, yo, put this up. I was like, okay, cool. All right, yo, show this. Okay, cool. Matter of fact, my pastor was like, yo, he from LA, eat the Lakers. So I did something for him and sent it. And then I sent it to Nikki, and Nikki was like, yeah, let's put this up. I was like, okay, bet. But there are things that God is saying, yo, don't do that. And this is why it's important. Because if you are a junkie for attention, you will find yourself doing stuff that the trends or the world wants you to do that God never asked you to do. And now when you start doing stuff God didn't ask you to do, it's going to take you in a direction that God didn't tell you to go in. And now you might end up like for real.
What is that though? Like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not like, and again, I'm not mad like of sharing some things.
Yeah.
But the immediate need to do something sweet and put it online, like,
Well, because that's what they tell you. They tell you in order to get to, so I'll use Inky for example. In order to get to Inky's level, you got to post everything. But the crazy part about it is if you look at Inky, Inky don't really be posting
like that
but
at
you
all.
see Inky is on top. You feel me? Like Ink is, Aflac. You know what I'm saying? Like Inky doing all the high level stuff. You see him all the time with the teams. He in the NFL. He with Bama. He with everybody. And and I'm not saying he's not proud of his family. I'm not saying he's not proud of his life. There are times that he will give us a little something. Inky got multiple cribs. He got vehicles. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? But Inky post, you could tell Inky ain't following some algorithm. He following whatever
it
God
ain't a
is
marketing plan.
He don't have that. God is his marketing plan. Yeah. So again, I'm not suggesting that you don't ever, but I'm saying we have to be careful because there's a way of the world, and the world will tell us we have to do this, and then we end up doing it and following the world and not even knowing it. And what is that? Going back to what C's saying, you're not healthy enough to go, yo, even if I don't get credit from this, God's gonna give me credit. Yeah. And even though the world don't know it, God knows it, and it says it. Sometimes it says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Sometimes he says, don't publicly whatever, because that'll be your reward. Yeah. He says that. He says, God says sometimes, like sometimes when you do something, don't say nothing about it because that's going to be your reward. Yeah. But if you don't say nothing about it, I'll reward you from heaven. Yeah. And so we just got to be careful. And I just know that being a person whose father wasn't in my life, there was a time I was not healthy, meaning that I was like, check with you, check with you, check with you. You good with this, you good with that, you good with that. And it's like, you telling us that we don't have to have a mentor? Yes, but your mentor is not going to tell you. My daughter sent me something. I'm going to cuss Jada out. Jada sent me something. She got CP coming. She took over. I didn't even know if I told y'all that, but Jada's taking over the advantage. right? She's taking over the Advantage. So Jada sent me this long document. Like, here's what the Advantage is gonna look like, and Dad, we need to upgrade and do. At first, I didn't tell her.
Chris called me. It was like, hey, they called me, asked me to come to the event. I was like, okay, cool. He was like, they asked me how much I charge. He's like, it's E. So I'm like, I don't know if this like. I was like, oh no, he good these days.
I told him I didn't want to disrespect you. You're a professional.
Yeah.
But my daughter put the whole thing together for Chris. Like, yo, Dad, Chris can't come without it being organized. All of this. And so my daughter hit me and was like, what you think? I said, don't ever ask me that again. Don't ever ask me that again. Don't ever ask me what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. I'm not God.
Wow.
It doesn't matter what I think. You put this sweet document together. First of all, I don't put sweet documents together.
Right.
So I'm the last one to tell you
to review a sweet document.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the last one to tell you to review a sweet document. But what I told Jada was, you know what I'm saying? That's why. Did you see the Instagram the post where the dude who read the most books the quickest? It's like 30 seconds. He be like, that's
like me in college.
You know what I'm saying? But I told Jada, I was like, Jada, don't second guess yourself. Don't start that at an early age. Don't ask if Chris is going to think it's too complicated. Who cares? Give it to him and let him know. And then Chris was smart enough to go, because Jada went, hey, Chris, this might be too much for you. What about can I reach out to your agent? And Chris was smart enough to go, hey, Jada, here go my agent stuff. Contact my agent. So I just let my daughter know, don't get into the habit of coming to your mama and your daddy and asking us. You went to college. You got a master's degree. You're 24 years old. You have made some very healthy decisions. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. And here's what I told her. It might need some revision.
Right.
It might be some things that could get better on it. But don't worry about that. Don't let that paralyze you. Go. Do what you're supposed to do and fix it. If it need to be fixed, fix it as you go, but don't let fixing it paralyze you.
This episode of the Secrets to Success podcast is brought to you by True Classic. This brand makes t-shirts that actually fit. Not to mention they're super soft, and when you look like Maul, you got all the muscles and you don't know where to put them, finding the right t-shirt can be incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are too tight in all the wrong places or way too big and boxy, but not True Classic. Look, guys, one of the really, really cool things about having one of the best podcasts out here is that we get some products, right? And I'll be honest with y'all, this is one of the few times I got these shirts and I put them on, and one of my neighbors almost tackled me. He's like, bro, these are my favorite shirts. Where you get them? I was like, we rock with True Classic, right? They've helped over 2 million men get their fit on at an affordable price. And our listeners, they get access to the absolute best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the code SUCCESS at trueclassic.com. All right, so all my fellas out there, you're trying to look better, or ladies, you're trying to just get your man, to look right, all right? A lot of the guys out here are wearing the wrong clothes, and it's just that time to level up, man. Highlight your greatest assets with a t-shirt that you can confidently throw on at any time. You need True Classic. Their tees are snug around the arms and chest to make your muscles pop out, right? And they're looser in the torso for added comfort. So you guys know that we're laid back, like we're rocking t-shirts all the time, man. And here's the truth, like soft t-shirts, like something that this soft with this kind of cotton polyester blend, like they get real expensive. And True Classic is just made with every man in mind, and that price makes sense, right? You'll get the quality, luxe fit, and the softness you've always wanted but never received from those sandpaper excuses for t-shirts. These things are so soft, you'll actually want to wear it, all right? And True Classic does not just stop at t-shirts, y'all. That's your one-stop shop for all things menswear. They make it super easy to build out your wardrobe from everything from your boxer briefs all the way up to your polos and the workout shirts with the same flattering fit. Hey, and here's the inside tip, right? You can bundle your favorites with the pack builder on their site and save even more than the discount we're offering you today. If you're worried about sizing, don't even think about it. True Classic leaves no man behind. For any of the big boys out there, they have long body options, and for the tall guys, long body and triple XL sizing. This is your chance to get your Maul on, your Jamal King on, right? You might even do a couple extra reps because you're just looking good and you feel great about it. Listen, guys, it's about time you get your fit together. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code SUCCESS. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. Again, that's 25% off at trueclassic.com with code SUCCESS. Strengthen your core closet today with True Classic. True Classic. Look good, feel good.
Yeah, and shout out to Chris, my college roommate, blowing up, doing
Isn't that
big
crazy?
things,
How all
HBO.
these things are connected and people don't.
He was on the pod once before. I think we called him. He was on the pod. One of the other things that you've been preaching lately, I don't know if y'all been following the sermon series, but it's been pretty crazy. But you've been talking about this concept of your oil, right? Like, now let's go to the other side now. Once you
get healthy.
Yeah, once you get healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we spent, the first half or whatever, and I think we just rolled through, maybe make this a two-parter because it's too rich a discussion to stop. And with the book coming out, I think it's appropriate that we, continue to go. But I think the other side of the equation is now when you catch that health and you are the healthy one, and again, instead of people going, okay, how did you get healthy? They like, give me your health. They want a blood transfusion. And you sit down, and so
That
what
crazy
happens
people
is
want your health, but not your virus.
no, right.
They want to stand 6 feet away when you got the virus, but your health.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Give me that.
So what happens is, instead of saying like, yo, what did you do to get those things? You want the blood transfusion. But what happens is you give a blood transfusion, it makes you weaker, right, Carl? I'm not sure. Like when you give blood.
When you get blood, that's
your body got to adjust now to something that it's foreign. That's something new to your body. So now there's a transition period with that too.
And so E been on this heavy, and E, I'll let you break down, kind of the text, and, they had the oil, and they was like, yo, let me get, and they was like, you got to go to where, I don't let you break it down. You a pastor. You know what I'm saying?
No. And it's so crazy, bro, because I promise y'all, I wasn't even on that. And one morning I was praying, and God was like, the 10 versions. And I was like, I don't even know if I ever preached on that before. Like, I've been preaching for a long time. I don't know if I've ever preached that particular sermon. And God was like, no, my people need it, because there are some healthy people, two groups. There's some healthy people who are literally about to lose their health because they feel bad. There's some of us who survived some crazy stuff, and we feel like we owe other people because we survived. We really do. Like, we really feel like, yo, I was this and I was that, and this person helped me and this person helped me. So you really feel like, yo, this person came in my life and was like, yo, I'm going to help you get to this level, And so you feel like, man, I got to help other people. And what you don't realize is whoever helped you, they didn't do it for you. They help you. You feel me? But you feel like, well, man, all these people helped me, so I got to help other people. You didn't realize it was easy for Dr. June to help you because you were willing to do the work that Dr. June told you to do. Like Dr. June was like, meet me every Tuesday, and it didn't dawn on me more until 6 months in that, not in a bad way, because I said this about Tobe, and I didn't mean it that way. Dr. June didn't do nothing. It's not that he didn't do anything. He didn't do what I thought he was going to do. But what he did was say, hey, if you're going to be successful at something, you have to be serious about it. You got to do it every week. And you got to, what's the word I'm looking for? Have a plan, and you got to check the plan off every week. Like, you can't have excuses. So whatever you say you're going to do, you got to do it. So I didn't realize, as I was with Dr. June, Rodney Patterson was here, was my mentor. He the one brought me to Michigan State, and we were joking. He said, man, E, remember that time you said Dr. Dak Bovey gave you a 4.0? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, that was so funny. And I thought he had gave me a 4.0. I thought, he's an African-American professor. I'm a black man. I'm working hard. You know what I'm saying? But I know I didn't deserve a 4.0. And I'll never forget, I came to Rodney and was like, yo, Dak Bovey, cool. He gave me a 4.0. And he was like, oh, no, he didn't give you nothing. And I was like, no, he did. I showed him my hookup. He go 4.0. He gave me a 4.0. He was like, no, he didn't give you a 4.0. And Rodney Patterson showed me his grade, and he had a 3.0. He said we both was in the class. He didn't give you no 4.0. I got 3.0.
Yeah.
You got 4.0. You deserve it. You work for it. Now, you did have to.
He was so used to not getting fun. Like, yo, this is crazy.
Oh, man, look at now.
Look what he gave me. He gave me a 4.0. I'm like, it's not possible.
Ain't nobody ever gave me no 4.0.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just so grateful for 4.0. But I thought he did something.
He said he a black man. I'm a
Yeah,
black man.
I'm being real. I'm not transparent.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? That,
He
you
on the
know,
hookup.
yeah, I did. I thought
Rodney
he liked
said,
me.
"I'm black too."
Rodney like, yeah, I'm black.
I brought you.
Let me go back and talk to my man.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I'm black. I didn't get it.
Yeah, no, I think you give blacks 4.0.
But I literally thought as a survivor, I owe everybody else. Yeah, for real. I just thought I owe everybody else.
Yeah.
And God revealed to me, like, you can help people, you can't enable people.
All right, give us the scripture. Come on now. You done went, go on,
Oh,
tell
well,
the
okay,
story.
so
Everybody not in church all day, every day, dog.
So the 10 got,
Yes.
so the 10 virgins, they all get a lamp, with oil already. God is so good. It already got oil in it.
Yep.
But they don't know how long the journey is going to be. So 5 of them decide that they're going to go get some extra oil and they're going to keep their lamps trimmed. So just in case. So the dude is gone, the bridegroom, he gone, he don't come back to whenever. So when he gets back, a group that had the oil in the beginning but didn't get extra oil, theirs run out. So you can't imagine, like this back in the day, this is biblical day. They don't have electricity like this. So they actually use lamps to see. So now their lamp is gone. They can't see, they can't go nowhere. So they go to the 5 that was smart enough to get extra oil and like, yo, can we get some of yours? And they was like, I'd never seen this before.
Hold up.
I'd never seen it before.
How about them riffs?
Bro, I've never seen it before because when you look at Christ, for the most part, he was just passing out blessings.
Yeah.
But I realize he can do that because he is the provider.
he's the
He's the
source.
creator. So he's the source.
He's the source.
We are suppliers, meaning that at best,
Distributors. We're many
Distributors, bro.
distributors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't like the head. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit.
we got a
you know.
little something. And so you got a couple dollars, you think you can just take care of everybody. It don't work like that. So 5 wise said to the 5 foolish. Now, I didn't name them 5 wise and foolish. That's what the Bible called them. So the 5 wise told the 5 foolish, yo, y'all going to have to go to where they sell oil and buy.
Get your own.
You got to get your own. But they said you got to go where, meaning that there is a place that they sell it.
Yeah, they got it.
They
It's still
got
out
it.
there.
So there
Yep.
is a place where you could get help.
Yep.
It's not money. There is a place where you could go, coaches, counseling, a friendship group where people are holding each other accountable. There is a place where you could go to get help. Like you can get mental and emotional help. There is a place. But you can't go to these places that fake pretend like they got them and get it. Like you really have to go God. You really have to go in the Word. You have to be around other spiritual people and people who want to be healthy. And so when I read it, I was like, I'm just being real with y'all. 2 groups. The first group was I start literally, checking my healthy members because I noticed that my healthy members were actually going out and being a blessing to people who don't save her. She don't want to be saved. So I'm telling my healthy members, you killing me.
Yeah.
Because while you're supposed to be here putting up 30, 10, and 15, you out on the block helping somebody on the block. You in the NBA. We paying you to be here.
Yeah.
We need you to win championship, but you on the block trying to get somebody who ain't coming to practice, somebody who don't want to hoop, who know where to come to hoop, who've had the opportunity to come to hoop. They just decide right now they don't want to hoop. You out there giving them, and I'm like, yo, you need to be so you forgot. I ain't forget nobody. But bruh, you got to come. I don't care how you do it. You have to get to the hospital to see the doctor.
Yeah.
He's not at somebody's house. He ain't at the crib.
Right.
He is at the go there. The nurses are there. The medical stuff is there. And so for me, now the other group was my son and my daughter. Alex was like, yo, why you buying your kids? I hope Alex don't mind me sharing this. Alex, good energy. Alex said to me, why they buying a program? Bruh, you trade. Just get them in the trade. I said, what? He said, bruh, teach them, get them in the trade. Like, just give them some money and put them in the trade and let the money grow. I said, Alex, they got to learn how to get extra oil and trim their own. Yeah. I can't get them. I said, Alex, what if something happened to me? I said, and watch this. Not even if something happens to me, because that's a reality. If I die and you was using my oil, that means when I die, you ain't got no oil. So if I die, like I just talked about some people at the height of their career who passed, Like, yo, bro, once that person is gone, that income is like, I'm speaking. Didi's not about to get no more speaking engagements. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't about to be on stage doing, oh, he can't come, he did. Hey, Didi, come and take his spot. That's over. So I told Alex, like, yo, no, my kids got to learn how to hunt for themselves. Yeah. So I'm getting them in this business because this business is going to teach them how to get another stream of income. Then it's going to be a business that they do on their own so they can feel, this is where health comes from. When you start taking care of yourself, when you get from somebody else, you're not gaining health like that. You're not growing like that. When I'm chewing the food and spitting it back out and giving it to you, you're not growing because you're not hunting. So if you're just sitting there eating, your body doesn't look the way it eat because of your diet only. The lion look like it looked because of its chasing. The giraffe don't look like that because the giraffe just putting his head up on trees, just grabbing leaves, bro. So his body structure is not the same. So I explained to Alex, yo, my kids got to get their own oil and they got to get their own trimming device and they got to trim it on their own. They can't use my light no more. They not 12. They not 13 years old. And I said, we work with a UFC fighter, Macy, and Jalen did some work for her, and she was like, yo, where do I send the check? And what do you think? I said, baby girl, I'm not into none of that. I said, but I do ask you to do one thing. Make sure you spell his name right and put his name on the check. That's the only thing I care about. He need to see his name on the check.
Yeah.
He need to see that he went. He need to see he went earn on his own. Jada, you need to do this program at Michigan State by yourself. They went to Fashion Week. Don't ask me no questions. Y'all got the bread. Go do what y'all need to do. But so what I'm saying in the story is, once you get healthy, you cannot give your health to somebody else. You do not have the divine right to try to be the creator. You can't try to be a provider. You're not a provider, and you're hurting people when you don't show people how to hunt for themselves. And so the whole story is, if you're healthy, it's because of Christ. And if you're not, it's because you rejected Christ. So it's like, go to Christ. Like we went to Christ. Go get your oil. Go trim your lamp and whatever.
Let's have a serious conversation for a minute. When you think about life insurance, like what comes to mind? Right, and I'll kind of give you three categories. On the low end, there's people that are thinking about just being able to pay for funeral expenses. I don't have to expense my family. I can take care of myself if anything ever happens. I should say when it happens. Or you have the group that understands that it's kind of a way that I could leave money back for my family. I can still take care of them when I'm gone, right? And I want to put it to the highest tier for you. And you're close. That group, you're close. Man, life insurance is a personal and generational wealth building strategy that has been used by the wealthy for years. And we believe it's our job to share this information with you, right? So listen, we all hope that we never need life insurance, but mortgage payments, childcare, and other expenses, they won't just disappear when you're gone. Life insurance through your workplace may not offer enough protection for your family's needs, and it won't follow you if you leave your job. Since life insurance typically gets more expensive as we age, now is the time to buy. Policy Genius gives you a smarter way to find and buy the right coverage for you and your family. I'm constantly looking to increase my life insurance. I'll be honest, it's a great feeling to know that your family's taken care of. But then on another level, I remember reading the book Becoming Your Own Bank by Nelson Nash, and that book revolutionized my thoughts about life insurance. Like it's a real tangible wealth building strategy. So listen, guys, Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential, and in just a few clicks, find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $17 per month for $500,000 of coverage. You heard me correctly. And more importantly, Policy Genius has licensed agents who can help you find options that offer coverage in as little as 1 week and avoid all the unnecessary medical exams. They're not incentivized to recommend one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. There are no added fees, and your personal information is private. No wonder they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Listen, your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to policygenius.com or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. Again, that's policygenius, policygenius.com.
So for me, see, I'm getting to a point now where it's like, Somebody hit me the other day, man. I know I've been changed. I know I've been changed. Somebody hit me the other day and was like, and they weren't being disrespectful, but they was like, E, there's some things that you told me that was going to happen if we connected. And I just stopped and said, what were those things? What were they? Like, tell me what I promised you. I want to know.
Yeah.
I just want to know because I can't, I'm not God. I can't promise nobody nothing. Like, and what you have to understand is, even if I say to you to do X, Y, and Z, you have to execute on that to make that thing happen. Even if I told you, we boom, 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 if you don't do boom, 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 it ain't going to, Fields. Yeah, okay, we took you from Ohio State, we brought you here. Yeah, you're going to start, but unless you do these things, you're not going to win no games. Right. Like, you just because we took you through practice, whatever, bro, you still got to go in there, you still got to win the game.
You mean just by coming around you?
It's not going.
That don't just automatically mean I'm going. Which is why I tell y'all don't need to be around us.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the information that you're going to get is the same information, whether you this close and you can do like this or you listening to a video.
Yeah, but for some people, you know, depending on where they are in their maturity, they may need to be around the energy first. Like, cause for me, like, it's like I went to Oakwood, so I didn't get it in Detroit. But when I went to Oakwood, they didn't put it in me, but I was in an environment where, like I said,
but you were also in a mind space to start receiving information.
Mindset. That's why I said you want to be around Usain Bolt. Yeah. It's good to have.
Usain, I love you to turn my man in Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah. What is it?
I let it ride.
I'm still saying Usain. I'm gonna keep saying that.
I knew what you meant, bro.
I'm gonna keep saying that.
Saddam Hussein Bolt.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Listen to the message.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're mentally strong, but you're not in that environment with a Usain Bolt, you're still not gonna be successful. Yeah. I'm just saying. Having a great mind and being in that environment, those two things is what you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going to take you to that next level. So I do think environment is important, but you can't rely on the environment. You can't. They did say go to where they sell oil and buy. So you got to go to the environment where the oil is. You can't get oil from where there's no oil. But when you go, you just can't be around the oil. You have to buy it, meaning that you have to put forth effort to actually get it. So so what I've been telling people, so that I don't feel burdened, use the word, peace with mental health. So now I don't feel burdened. So now I don't feel like I got to do all the work. So I just asked, what was it again that I promised? And so then they spelled it out for me. And so then I was able to say, yeah, in order to do that, we got to do this, and this. Oh, yeah, and that? Oh, yeah, we got to do this, and that. And then I said, we shouldn't probably do that because if you're around me and you're not getting paid, you're probably going to get discouraged. So let's not do that one because that one is you're going to be calculating your time and I'm not going to be able to pay you for your time and then you're probably going to get frustrated. So even me now, because of this scripture, I'm not saying be around me so my oil can spill off on you. No, my oil can't spill off nobody. Yeah. You got to go where they buy it and where they sell it and you got to buy it. So even now, because I'm healthier, Maul, not only am I helping people in a way that I never helped people before because I was enabling you, I wasn't empowering you. Now I can be honest about the steps that it takes to actually get what they want. And Maul, I get it. You see the health in me. Why wouldn't a person come to a healthy person? So healthy people can't be tripping when people who aren't healthy come to them. But you have to put them in the right position.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. It's like by you coming around, it doesn't automatically
So I keep hearing this. Y'all take me back to my biology. You asked me about the blood just now. I keep hearing the two words antidote and antibody. An antidote is something that it's a chemical that you take to counteract a poison in your body. An antibody is a blood protein, something in your body that goes and finds whatever is in there, gets that, and gets it out. You see the difference? Like an antidote is something you got to go external to get, and that's a good solution. But what if the solution was already there, that it could do the work and you ain't got to go out nowhere else to look for it? Like, I'm just saying, that's how our body is made. I ain't even trying to make this up. This is how our body works. Anything come in that's foreign, your body's designed to let me go find that, attach to it, and we're going to drag that joker up out of here. Now, viruses and that stuff work because they multiply faster than your body can keep up with it. But when your body gets healthy enough, and that's why vaccines work, because they give a small dose of the actual poison, and your body now like, we know exactly what to do. So if we ever see you again, we know how to trap you before you even get there. But it's internal, it's your blood, it's the proteins in your blood that's actually going out fighting everything else. It ain't nothing external doing it. That's health. From a physical standpoint. You see what I'm saying? It's all internal.
But you still got to do something to get, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta get
No, I
right.
promise you, you could go to Mall Gym right now. Go back to Chicago with him and sit on the bench and watch him work out all day long. And you'd be like, how come I ain't get, wait, I watched
Well, I got inspired.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. I'm just saying, you got to live something.
I watched Maul and we was listening to E.
Together.
Yeah.
At the same time.
At the same time.
I was doing the same time. I was there when Mark got there. I was there when he left. I didn't leave his
And
side.
there ain't a bicep in sight.
Yeah.
And you hurt because it ain't a bicep in sight. And it's like, yo, you have to
Gotta
be able
put
to
the
go
work
do that.
in.
And so I think the breakthrough that, my wife and I had, because we've been talking a lot about this sermon series, is we got to a point where, I think you just said it, but let me try to make it even more plain for people. You just said it, and you were just riffing. I don't even know if you knew you said it, but you said, yo, stop. You got to stop doing that and giving people your oil, because what you're doing is allowing them to bypass God. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you don't so you're actually hurting them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like I never really thought about it like that. So it's like, if you can come to me for everything, then why in the world would I ever need to go? But you got it from there, and you got it from there. So you're actually killing folk.
That's deep.
By letting them bypass. I said, oh, wow.
Right.
No, I got it, because I'm going to be real. It's times and places where you feel like, because you blessed financially or because things happen,
Like it's your responsibility.
This person struggling with this, they need this. You like, bet, 500, 300. But what happens is when you do that on a regular basis, they just go, oh, okay. They looking at you like you the source now. Yeah. And you like, whoa, I'm not the source. Now God looking like, oh, okay, you trying to beat me. I'm going to have to shut you down. And we had that realization. We was just like, wow.
Is there, what's the line?
Oh,
What's
I don't know. I don't know.
And I'm just being real, because like, how do you know? You asked me the third time?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, let me answer, and I'll let you answer. No. I'm saying, this when me and Candace got to the point where it was like, okay, this, like, we supposed to be trying to help out to be a blessing.
Right.
We no longer a blessing. This is like,
It's a curse.
So I think when you get to that point where it's like, oh, okay, like somebody, a kid getting ready to go off to college, bruh, you already know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me be a blessing. Like, you just keep coming back to me week after week, month after month. That I don't know that that's necessarily a blessing. And here's the thing. That's what I said. So we had somebody in our life who, we was looking out for a long time, right? And it was like, all right, cool, this ain't working. It's not a blessing no more. So we had to cut that person off, right? And I think that person saw it as a punishment. Like, oh, they gave up on me. And I was like, yo, it's actually the exact opposite. I've tried it. Bruh. I've tried just as much as me looking out and doing everything for you, I was thinking that might get you to the next level. I actually cut you off hoping that would get you to the next level. Yeah. So I'm not doing it to be mean or like, oh, I'm done with you or like, I hope you fail. No, this is the next step that we're trying to do to try to help you get to the next level, because it didn't work like that. And so I think when you talk about what's the difference is, it's like when people start bypassing the source to come to you thinking you the source, and you're not the source, it's like, okay, cool. So by me, it's weird, but by me not giving you oil, I'm actually trying to help you.
No question.
I'm not being I said to Candace, I was like, man, the craziest thing about where probably we all are financially right now and things of that nature, what people never understand is money is the easiest part. I promise you, if you could write a check and just make all your people's troubles and everybody's troubles go away, that'd be, I promise you.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Give me the checkbook. Like you could just write people problems away. you can't do it.
Can't.
You literally cannot do it. And so they have to go to the source. And I'm not even talking about just financially. I'm just talking about who you are as a person.
Period.
You can't come to me and give you your self-esteem. You got to go to where they give self-esteem.
Right. Yeah. Where it's a place.
That's why I'm so big on my 5 pillars, because it allows you. Because some people do have oil. I've noticed it, but they're lacking oil in other areas of their life. And then, so now the area where you got a plethora of oil in that one category, but you're empty. You're empty. You're empty in the other areas, and that's why, bro. Every single day, and I think that's why I talk about those pillars, because every single day I'm building my what is it called, the cistern? I'm building that. I'm building the oil. I'm going back to the biblical days. I'm building.
Bible church, drink from your own cistern.
I'm building my own system, as far as in my faith.
I know that
so
word.
I don't have to pull oil from my health or my fitness to pour it into the faith one, or take oil. And that's what some of y'all doing. You got oil here, and you got 4 other buckets, and you're taking your oil and you're pouring into that one, pouring into that one, and then pouring into that one, and then you're like,
and some of them got holes in them.
And some of them got holes. So, bro, that's why you have to recognize and go back to the beginning. You got to look in the mirror and say, man, where am I lacking? What's my values? What areas in my life do I need to fill up my oil in? And then, but most of y'all are hanging your hats on a bucket of the cistern that's got the most oil on, and you showing everybody
for most of
that
it's money.
Yeah, you showing everybody
money,
that
bro.
one.
That's
and
the one they teach you.
That's what they teach you. When the other cisterns are just sitting there, and those are the ones that's got the most value.
Oh, come on.
You put more oil in the one that ain't got value.
You is the greatest value. No, you is the greatest value. Not your car, not your house. You, and this is why I laugh when somebody say, E, how much y'all charging for the conference? You don't ask that for a bag. Or you don't ask that for shoes. Or you don't ask that for a car.
Bro.
But you know why you pay for whatever? Because people can see it. People can see it. And you think that the thing that's most valuable is the thing that people see and affirm you for. For real. I say all the time, Mark, and again, I know I'm not qualified to speak on this, but if you were to go to the hospital and look at my blood work, I'm pretty straight. Yeah. But I think a lot of humans aren't worried about their blood and their blood work. A lot of dudes are in the gym, not because of no 5 pillars. They're in the gym, and a lot of dudes ain't doing legs or stretching. Like a lot of people not stretching, and you should be stretching if you're working out like that. You should be doing a lot of stretching. But you're not stretching because can't nobody see your stretching. But you do the chest, boy, and the short and the shirts because people can physically see it. So I'm not suggesting there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying that's what your life has become. You put more energy and effort into what people can see. And you're doing everything you're doing because it's like people gonna see this. Where a lot of times the greatest value you're going to get in life is from the things that are unseen.
Oh, now you preach.
Bruh, I'm just saying.
Okay, I know we in a church, but come on.
Actually,
let's stay there.
Actually, if I read it correctly, it says the things that are seen
temporal. And the things that are unseen
and the things
eternal.
that are seen are only manifested from the things that are unseen.
Right. That
you
part.
feel me? So you got to be careful with the social media because the social media is really going against the biblical principle of everything got to be seen. Yeah. And so now what we do is we put all our energy on what's being seen, and we're not focusing it on the unseen. And now all of a sudden, the unseen is not as attractive. So now people don't want to do the unseen because it's not.
And they're not even realizing that the seen once was unseen.
Bruh. And so, but you're putting all your energy into they got to see it, they got to see it, they got to see it, they got to know it. And I'm just saying, a lot of what we do, man, y'all better be grateful for CJ. I'm telling you. Before the podcast, we were just doing videos. Right. CJ was the one that's like, we got to start doing podcasts so that we can teach. A lot of the stuff that I'm telling you about finances and whatever, that ain't something we used to share when we just did videos. But C was like, we owe it to our people to give them the blueprint. Maul's coming on, giving y'all the blueprint. But Maul was already doing real estate and making money from it. So when people go, it's a scam, bruh, he don't got to do this. I actually looked at it, Maul's like, yo, this podcast and stuff we doing is actually complicating my life because we ain't the sponsorship. Me and C was talking like, yo, bro, if people are listening, they get interrupted with the web. Me and C was like, yo, kill it. We'd rather do it for free and you get a good experience. So C was like, I'm gonna call 5-6 people and just figure out, like, are we saying something deep and then a commercial come in and then it throw you off? So we're going to stop doing it if that's
It's a commercial rolling right now.
Oh, that's crazy. You feel me?
This is brought to you by.
But I'm just saying, me and C was talking
Hey,
about
but
that.
look, these flights in every weekend.
But no, we talked about it because C was just saying, like, yo, for real, we got to
find that balance.
Yeah, we're not doing this to pay bills. Right. Now, like you said, the flight and stuff, but we only got flight expenses to do this. So we only try to get money for the expenses that wouldn't be expenses if we weren't doing it. So a lot of what we're doing with this podcast is not trying to blow up. Like we just came down here because people were like, come on, y'all been doing it from that. When y'all going? I was like, we'll step it up. Like, I don't be caring. Why? We ain't doing this for that. Like, this not bringing us I'm not getting more speaking engagements from this. We're not making no more money from this. Like, the book, I'm only telling you about the book. Bro, you know how many books I'd have to sell to make what I make speaking in 45 minutes? Bruh, it's more work to be reminding myself to bring a book and talk to you about a book than it is get on stage for 45 minutes, do my thing, and get off the stage.
Get up out of there.
You understand what I'm saying? So be careful. There's nothing wrong with being in the world, but don't be of it. Be careful. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Prince said it. Be on the internet, but don't let it be on you. Use it, but don't let it use you. And it has its purpose.
It has its purpose. I think people don't think that we bemoaning the internet. No. That's not what we're saying. We're saying if you posting, do it because that's what you want to do. And that's what you're not doing it to get something out of it because it's never gonna give you what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do it to try to get something from it. I think, again, we talk about it all the time, but that was the one thing that E always taught us. Like, dog, you're not in charge of when the seed grow. Like, it's your job to do it. You know what I'm saying? But when you're looking for that to come back, when you're sending emails to trying to get booked to speak, bro, your job was to send the email. You can't run over to the other end of the computer and reply to yourself. Control what you can control. So as long as you're doing it with good intention, you're trying to get to that next level, I think it's cool. So can we talk about the elephant in the room? I just, since we all...
Yeah, we can.
Are y'all sure everybody comfortable with that? It's an elephant in the room that we have not addressed.
Well, we've addressed it. We just ain't addressed it on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah. Carl, is it a reason we all look crazy back there?
We already
in some kind of way.
We just never addressed it on the podcast.
Okay, let me break this down for those of y'all not looking.
Hey, wait a minute. We don't all look crazy.
Who don't look crazy? Oh, no. I'm about to get to. So some kind of way, E look. I don't know what's going on with E neck and whole
Mr. Potato Head.
And I don't know if I think he might. Is he bare chested under that jacket?
Oh, bro, he got hair coming. King Beef. But first, I must dance. Oh, my God.
Oh, King Beef.
I ain't even noticed that.
Oh, let me tell you something.
C did when we talked about it.
Marho face look like he don't know what's going on.
Bro, and I got a pimple on my
Got a pimple?
Bro, I had a pimple one time in 20 years.
That's
Carl found that picture.
That's the picture.
Some kind of way.
CJ looking like, I ain't going to say what he looking like he doing.
I'm looking like, who passed gas? I'm looking like trying to figure out who farted. Oh. Okay, then we move.
Oh, Carl looking GQ.
Bruh, then we move on to Carl. Listen,
GQ.
Fam, I don't know who
I
did.
like the thinking man.
Who
Fam.
decides and who
Who
decides?
decided, bruh? I'm
Boy.
bruh, I'm looking like looking like Gary Coleman.
In his heyday.
Bam. Man. And meanwhile, Carl is okay.
What
Carl,
you talking about, Willis?
Ladies and gentlemen, Carl
What you
is
talking
back
about,
here.
CJ?
Carl had a whole photo shoot for his pic. I'm talking about just grab everybody else looking crazy. And then he grabbed his.
Bro,
and
Carl
got his
look like
hand
his sister in his full.
Oh, bruh. I have no idea. So,
I'm trying to decide, should I address y'all
listen,
or should I just leave the
take
foolishness?
a look. No, take a look at Come on.
No, I'm very
I'm like,
comfortable.
and he looked like everybody else got an action shot, right? Like live.
I'm going to protest until my
Okay, get out of here. We're gonna get an answer. We're gonna get an answer.
Hey, for the record, all I did was request a design. I had no input on the photos.
Okay,
nothing.
who did it?
I have a designer by the name of Royale Trevian.
Royale.
Yeah, he picked everything. He sent me the design. I
So
saw it when
you
y'all
approved
said
everything?
it. Huh?
You approved everything?
I ain't approved none. I put it up when y'all saw it.
Oh, really?
I'm serious. The only thing he did before.
So how many weeks we gonna go before you say, you know what, I gotta look out for my dogs?
I mean,
Give it a couple.
So Royale, we gonna look, and again, I don't know, like seriously, I don't know what face I'm making.
oh, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bruh.
Bro,
And then
one pimple in 20 years.
Bruh. And I'm saying, Carl, you got the. Did you do your own photo shoot for this?
No, we did a photo. This is a photo shoot we did for Deeper Than the Brand a year ago. He just picked photos. I promise y'all. And I ain't trying to throw my man under the bus. He literally just picked photos and sent the design. I was like,
so you
man,
just so happened. So you only looked at yours. It's like, you know how you take a picture. Like I take a picture with my wife, and then she be like, "Oh, that's a great picture," and she looking fire. I'm like, "Boom, my eyes
crazy.
closed.
No, bro.
I ain't even got my eyes open. Well, did you even look at it?" So, Carl, that's what you did. You just got it. You looked at yourself, approved that, and then left us out there to dry. I'm talking about got the hip hop preacher. Looking like his nickname Head and Shoulders. I'm talking about he looked like roll-on deodorant right there.
Bro, he got hair coming out his ears.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, what in the devil? So anyway, man, it's been a few weeks.
Royale,
I think we talked about it a couple times. I don't know, Carl was gone when we came, or he just kept conveniently not being here. But anyway, what's going on? Make real estate real. What's happening?
Oh man, Jamaica, bruh.
Oh,
Jamaica.
Couple weeks. Just a couple
look, man,
weeks.
if you ain't part of Make Real Estate Real, look, you have to be part of Make Real Estate Real in order to go to Jamaica. And this is what we call our family reunion.
Yes.
And so, man, we have all investors that came through Make Real Estate Real. We spend 1 week together. Every year we go somewhere different. Last year was Mexico. This year we're in Jamaica. I'm not going to tell you where we're going next year. But, man, look, this is where you around me. You're around my whole team. You're around C.E., Carl. I mean, you're just around everybody. And you're around other investors that are potentially your joint venture partners.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. So we got people, man, they come together and they get to know each other. Next thing you know, they, putting their money together and they're getting investment properties, man. So
absolutely.
Make Real Estate Real.
Deeper Than the Brand.
Man, we just launched, and sorry, y'all missed out, but we just launched our third cohort of I2M. That's our impact to monetization, man. I'm telling you, so far, this group, they've been rocking. I'm talking about rocking. Like, they're serious. And I guess, like we talk about, the more serious we get, the more serious they get. So we've, refined the program. It's 90 days. We literally have 90 days mapped out where we literally take exactly where you're working with, however many posts, social media, whatever you got going on now. We show you how to really build your brand around this, how to monetize it. So you missed out on that one, but still, y'all could get into our idea to creation, man. We got the courses. Look. You got the opportunity, just take all the information we got. The information is there. You ain't got to sit, listen to us. And we still do a monthly call with that. So y'all could check it out, deeperthanthebrand.com.
Love it, man. Deeperthanthebrand.com. And UOU, you already know, man. We talked about it these last few pods, man. Go check it out. Go support. Still buy it. Tell your mama to buy it. 100%. Tell your friends to buy it. Keep showing love. Keep showing that support. Anything else before we get out of here, guys? Y'all good? Everybody good?
Great, bro.
We out of here. Love y'all. We'll see you next week.
Let's go.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback on how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.